Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. To start, I want to say that I am losing my voice. I feel fine, I don't feel sick, I'm just losing my voice, but I still wanted to get up a video lesson for all of you guys today, so hopefully you guys can bear with me and you can understand the lesson that we're going to be talking about. So today I thought I would talk about the secrets of the ninja, more importantly, the importance of secrecy within ninjutsu. Now to talk about this particular topic, we're going to be looking at a historical text called the Bansenshukai. Now the Bansenshukai was written in 1676 by Fujibayashi Yasutake, and it is known as the Bible of Ninjutsu. Now before we start talking about the secrets of the ninja, I always give a shout out to all of my new viewers. So if this is the first video that you guys have seen of me, my name is Christa Jacobson. I'm the headmistress of the Budo, which means School of the Warrior Way. We teach Koryu Ninjutsu and Koryu Bujutsu, so the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. This organization does have other areas of focus, such as reality-based self-defense, weapons training and tactics, survival skills, martial arts theory, thought, and philosophy, martial arts conditioning. If any of these topics interest you at all, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell. I do post 2 to 3 videos every single week, so if you're interested in any of those topics at all, please subscribe, click the bell, and keep up with what we're doing. So today we're going to be talking about the secrets of the ninja and the importance of secrecy within ninjutsu. We're going to be looking at this from a historical perspective as to why the ninja wanted to make sure it was very secret. We're also going to be looking at how does that affect training in the ninja arts in the modern day. So to start, I want to read a quote from the Bansenshukai on this particular subject. And in the Bansenshukai, Fujibayashi states, "You should always hide your name and skills deeply. Anyone who is a ninja should ask his lord to keep the fact a secret, which should also be the case in time of peace, as the fact that you're a ninja should be deeply hidden. Even to very close friends, you should never talk about how good or bad this art is in any way, and when the land hits a state of turbulence, it is often the case that the enemy will become your ally, and your ally will become your enemy. It may happen that when you infiltrate with the intention of fulfilling a plan, there may be someone who is familiar with you on the enemy's side and who will be able to detect that you're a ninja, which means that not only will your plans have to be aborted, but also that you will be put to death. And remember that it could also be a serious damage to your lord. Therefore, you should always keep your name and artistry a secret and guard it with care. And on the outside, you should look like a Tonshi, hermit warrior, or a Heishi, normal warrior. That is exactly the way that you should be prepared, so you can use your ninjutsu when a period of turbulence arrives." Now I do want to say that secrecy within ninjutsu was talked about multiple times within the Bansenshukai and why ninjutsu has to be kept secret. Today we're looking at this one particular quote. Now looking at this quote, it starts by saying you have to make sure that you keep the idea that you're a ninja absolute secret. You have to make sure that you and your lord have agreed to these terms, and you have to make sure that not even your family members or your closest friends know that you're a ninja. From a historical perspective, this makes sense because if people know you're a spy, you're not going to be able to be a spy. You're going to be caught, you're going to be put to death. Your family is going to know. It could actually make a problem between you and the clan. It's going to make a problem between your lord doing anything political with other provinces or whatever that they're trying to do. It's going to give away too much information. And at that time of the Warring States period, that's the last thing you want people to know, right? So at that time in Japanese history, nobody should know that you're a ninja. You have to keep it absolute secret for a variety of reasons. Now, although we do not live in the Sengoku Jidai, we do not live in the age of the Warring States. We don't live in a time period where families are fighting families and clans are fighting clans and people are trying to take your land and your home and we don't live in this society of that. That's not the time period of which we live. But even though that's not how we live now, I still think that ninjutsu within an organizational perspective should be kept secret. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy reading all the historical texts like all of you guys do. You guys can go get historical text on the Bansenshukai or the Ninpo or the Shoninki and you can read it and it gives you lots of knowledge and deeper understanding of the ninja and samurai. I think all of that is great. I absolutely do. There's lots of people that go out and find scrolls and translate scrolls and write books and publish books and all that kind of stuff. I've even wrote books and put some of my translations of scrolls in my books as well. However, there's also a line, and I think this line needs to be understood. From my perspective, running an international school of ninjutsu, I think that there has to be things that have to be kept secret and only talked about within the organization. Now, the reason for this is because in the time period that we live in a time period where everyone puts everything public. Lots of people have no honor, no integrity, no dignity, no loyalty. They just take everything and they just throw it out there. They belittle people all over the internet. There's keyboard warriors, people posting all this hateful shit, fake news, lies, the betrayal. They just post all this stuff just to tear down someone's image, and it's absolutely terrible. And so we live in that time period where everything people throw up all over the internet, right? And they hide nothing. And that's why I think that in this organization, we need to pull it back, and we need to keep some of these teachings and philosophies and principles that we have secret within our organization. I busted my ass for many years training and doing the dirt work to get to the point where I am. And for me, I've busted my ass, I did the work, I started my organization. I'm the one that inherited a school, I'm the one that inherited the scrolls and the Densho. Not to mention, I've collected many scrolls and Densho over the years. I think that it's a true honor for me to be able to share those teachings and to share that with my students face to face, and only keep that between me and my students. So although secrecy within ninjutsu is different now than it is then, because then they needed to keep it secret so you wouldn't die, or your family wouldn't die, or they wouldn't get the plans for your lord, and the whole your whole army would be destroyed. Nowadays, I think that we need to keep it secret, because I think that for those small groups that have a link to the past, they have scrolls, they have Densho, they have Makimono, and they've kept that secret. I think that is a beautiful thing. And that teacher to student, right? So I think is an important aspect in keeping things between teachers and students. I think is a good, honorable way to teach secrecy and integrity and honor and loyalty. Like, someone comes in the organization and they bust their ass through training, I'm going to show them something that nobody else in the world has. I'll show them some of my scrolls and Densho that I inherited about these ancient arts, and that's something that they get, and that's a feeling and an experience that cannot be replicated. And I think that's kind of an important thing, because in the modern day, we live in an era where that doesn't matter anymore. Everything's just thrown all over the internet. You should just put it on the internet, because you should be able to find everything on the internet. That's what a lot of people think. But I disagree with that. I don't think everything should be made public. I don't think that everything should be thrown out there like that. I think there should be things that kept secret, because those secrets and that esoteric knowledge, or that type of teacher-student relationship, that's that bond that keeps the organization together. I think that's something very beautiful, and I'm truly honored to be put in a position to be able to have these ancient scrolls and Densho to share with my students and preserve these ancient ways of the ninja and samurai and teach them in the modern day. Now, although we did talk about the Bansenshukai, which again was written in 1676 by Fujibayashi Yasutake, the quotes that we used came from the English translation of the Bansenshukai called The Book of Ninja. Now, all the information on this book, including a link in case you would like to purchase it, will be below in the video description. Now, if you guys are interested in training in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out my website at budo-ninjutsu.com. There you guys can see the 7 traditions, the different principles and philosophies and strategies that we teach. If you don't live next to one of our schools, you guys can always join the Budo online Ninjutsu dojo and start training with us that way. So thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. Until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Bye.